Okay, what we have here is a student of mine who has been playing for about 13 months. He's 14 years old, and he's developing into a really, really good golf swing. I want to show it off and brag on him a little bit. You can see the setup, both sides, is really, really good. He's got just the right amount of spine tilt. He's into his left side and braced into his right knee really well right there. Now he's going to do a good job basically just rotating back, turning into his right side. Does a really good job rotating right around that spine angle. Keeps it short of parallel, everything's in sync. When that left shoulder quits moving, that club head quits moving, he's just getting into his transition already right there. Angle's a little bit off on the left. I was having a little bit of camera issue with the zoom, and so the angle's a little off, so I can't really show you playing. It wouldn't look right, but what we can look at is the body rotation, body angles, and look at that, and kind of head position and see what he does, see what he looks like. And what you're going to see is he backs out of it just a touch. That's actually one thing we're working on, and hopefully what that'll do in turn is steepen his shoulder turn just a little bit, to get the club just a little bit more upright, get that left arm a little bit more up, steepen that shoulder turn. And what you're going to see here is a really good transition. He starts down with the shoulders, gets his arms in front of his body, his right elbow is right on his right hip, his right shoulder gets below his left, shallows him out. It's moving perfectly in space right there. Club's going to be attacking from very shallow angles, and he rotates right in his posture that he was set up in, and that's just absolutely textbook. Handle swings around from the inside just perfectly, swings right back around to the left. Face has very little rotation, as evidenced by the fact that it matches up to his posture angle right there. That's just really, really good. Exits right below the shoulder, right up into pretty textbook follow through. You have a hard time getting much better than that. Over here you can see he sits into his left side. He gets a little jammed up. Gets good shaft lean. His hands are just in front of where they were to dress. He could probably be rolling into this foot a little bit more. It's still a little flat on the ground. Get beautiful extension through the shot. Right up into just absolute textbook. Head doesn't move forward through the shot. He's on perfect impact angles here. And synced up very nicely there when the right shoulder quits. Hands are stopping. We've just got him started working with the trainer, and hopefully he lacks a little bit of core strength, and that's the first thing we started working on, and that should keep him in his posture a little better right there as he goes back. Should give him a little bit more explosion through the golf ball, hopefully get a little longer. It's helping him learn to use the ground. That's one of the things we're really, really working on, is trying to help him be able to use the ground forces to press in. He still gets a little spinny in his hips right there. That left hip doesn't quite work right. That's why he gets bunched up. The view on the right, Still gets a little bunched up because that right hip needs to be, or left hip needs to be a little higher, right hip needs to be a little bit lower. But I'm really nitpicking here. This is absolutely turning into a great golf swing, especially for someone, like I said, this is 13 months in the making, and he works really hard at it. You can see from right here to right here, that's just about as good as it gets. Just passive, super good path, very neutral. Everything is just very neutral. There's not going to be a lot go wrong with that. You just don't see very many moving parts. He's got a great start. Very good fundamentals. His grip is fantastic. He just doesn't do anything out of the ordinary. And here's the best part of it. You know, his short game is probably better than his golf swing at this point. He can hit flop shots with 52-degree wedges, and today he was down hitting bunker shots with his 50-degree wedge. He's got a 58, and he likes to screw around with the others. And he can sit there, and he beat our junior club champion today in a bunker contest, and the 17-year-old was using the 58-degree wedge, and Austin was using a 50-degree wedge, and he beat him in a bunker contest. So he's got imagination, he's got drive, and you're going to see big things from this kid. So just a couple things you can look at and try to do in your own golf swing. Really work on maintaining these postures. Great pivot control golf swing. The arms are responding to the turning of the body. Body maintains its angles beautifully, and the club just swings right around in a circle, just as good looking a swing as you're going to see, especially for a 14-year-old. So take from that, learn from it a little bit, and any questions, let me know.